Hi, everyone. I'm Chaya Parkoff, licensed clinical social worker, trauma therapist, high performance coach, and speaker. And this is ParshaRx, mental health prescriptions from the weekly Torah portion. This week, we begin Sefer Devarim, the fifth book of the five books of the written Torah. And Moshe is offering the people a moment of reckoning and redemption. He reminds them of a moment nearly 40 years earlier when their parents stood at the edge of the land of Israel and chose fear over faith. You did not want to go up. You grumbled in your tents and said, because Hashem hates us. They weren't stuck physically. They were stuck in a story, one of unworthiness, shame, and fear. An 11-day journey became a 40-day detour. Now Moshe tells their children, the next generation, see, Hashem your God has placed the land before you. Go up, take possession, do not fear, and do not be discouraged. You're not your parents' fear. You're not your past. You still get to choose. That's true for all of us. No matter how you were raised, the circumstances in which you were brought up in, or what you've been through, you come from the people who choose. Abraham left everything familiar. Sarah believed in the impossible. Rachel gave with grace. Miriam sang in the darkness. That courage is in your spiritual DNA. And if you chose to become part of the Jewish people, then that DNA is yours too, because being Jewish means being part of a nation that chooses again and again, even when it's hard. And choosing isn't theoretical for me, or probably for any of us, it's personal. A few years ago, I was diagnosed with osteoporosis, and it wasn't just genetics. It came from a couple of years of not nourishing myself. I was hijacked without even realizing it, that if I was thinner, I was more worthy. Even after the diagnosis, when I knew I needed to get strong, I struggled to stay consistent with strength training and self care. It wasn't until I did deep healing, brain spotting, that trauma work, that nervous system repair, that I had the space to really, truly choose differently. And about 6 weeks ago, with the support of the amazing Miriam Baver, I committed to 40 days of Hisbodedut, talking out loud to God every day. I focused on two things: building routine and love and tolerance of others. That small daily act of talking to God shifted everything. From there, my morning routine started to develop: breath work, cold showers, prayer, strength training. At first, 15 seconds of cold water felt like torture. Now, I literally sing and dance in the shower for over 3 minutes. And I've noticed something even deeper. I'm more patient. I give people the benefit of the doubt more easily. My nervous system isn't on constant high alert. It has space for compassion. And that's because I chose to show up day after day after day, even when I didn't necessarily feel like it. And science backs this up. Cold exposure rewires your physiology. It lowers anxiety, sharpens focus, and builds emotional resilience. Neuroscience teaches today what Torah has been saying all along. In the way a person wants to go, they are led. When you move with intention, even shaky, wobbly intention, Hashem meets you there. This Shabbat flows into Tisha B'Av, the day we mourn the loss of the Beit HaMikdash. But the temple didn't fall because of an army. It fell because of sinat chinam, baseless hatred, small daily choices of judgment and disconnection. So if destruction came through daily disconnection, then rebuilding will come through daily love and connection. The Lubavitcher Rebbe reminds us, don't wait until you feel ready. Act and strength will follow. Rabbi Joey Rosenfeld teaches the decision to return precedes the feeling of return. And in the 12-step world, we just basically say, fake it till you make it. Because sometimes you don't feel the healing or the love until you choose the path that leads to it. So, what is our mental health prescription for this week? You don't need to feel strong to build strength. You don't need to feel perfect to believe you're worthy. You don't need motivation to start. You just need to choose one breath, one prayer, one kind word, one brave yes to yourself. That's how healing and change happens. That's how return begins. And just maybe that's how we all will find our way home. From Denver, Colorado, Shabbat Shalom. And perhaps if we start choosing right now, by Saturday night, by Sunday, we'll be dancing and feasting instead of mourning and fasting.